The Hartebeespoort Dam is facing a threat from a new aquatic weed. The Salvinia aquatic invasion at one of the continent's most polluted dams is said to be around 27%. For more on this, I'm joined by Professor Julie Coetzee from the Center for Biological Control at Rhodes University. Good afternoon, Julie. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Just talk to me about what has been dubbed the world's worst aquatic weed.
Thanks, Mfundo. So I think we're talking about two separate plants here. The Salvinia invasion was a huge problem towards winter last year, but historically the worst aquatic weed is water hyacinth. And you can see a picture of it behind me. And this plant has been far more devastating on Hartebeespoort Dam than the common Salvinia has. But we've had excellent control of the water hyacinth, which then allowed this new invader to make its presence known. However, water hyacinth has come back, and it seems as though the Salvinia has hidden itself away.
And you were speaking about these two and the times in which they're prevalent. If we talk about the Salvinia and the hyacinth, just repeat that again. When are they most prevalent?
So water hyacinth responds to, it's a tropical plant, so it really thrives under warm tropical climates. You wouldn't think that Hartebeespoort Dam is exactly a tropical climate, but the summers are warm enough that allows this plant to thrive. It then gets knocked back by our cooler winters. So thinking it comes from the Amazon basin, they don't get frost, they don't get these very cold temperatures that we get here in South Africa. So winter really knocks the plant back. But what surprised us was how the Salvinia, this common Salvinia, then exploded on the dam during our cooler months, because it too is a tropical plant. So it's a new thing for us to investigate. It's a new project that we're looking into to try and understand the dynamics between the water hyacinth, which is thriving now, and then this common Salvinia that made its presence known more in winter than in the summer months.
All right, but we also understand there's been a lack of funding which has resulted or somewhat resulted in the comeback. Where was most of the funding coming from initially?
So the Center for Biological Control receives its funding from the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environmental Affairs. And we've always been very well funded by the department since 1995, in fact, when Working for Water was established. The CBC was established at Rhodes University in 2018 and has received excellent funding from government. But due to supply chain management issues, these contracts haven't been renewed. So we've been without funding from environment since April last year. And it has knocked us a bit, but we haven't stopped doing what we're doing. We just, we're trying to be more efficient. But our biocontrol agents are out there. They're the insects that feed on the water hyacinth, that control the water hyacinth, and so they don't necessarily mind the funding cut.
And then private sector funding, though, have you appealed for any? We
initiated a crowdfunding campaign through a program, a platform called Fund, which actually ended today. Today was the last day of that fund. We thought we would raise more money than we had. Than we did raise, but we got a significant amount. And what was important about it is we've managed to keep on some of our staff who were retrenched due to the lack of funding towards the end of last year. And this crowdfunding money has allowed us to re-employ 2 of our personnel who are responsible for increasing or for rearing the insects that we release. And so they got an extra 3 months. And now with the final date being today, we can offer them even another contract to keep on working for us.
Oh, all right. No, Professor, thank you very much for your time. That's Professor Julie Coetzee from the Center for Biological Control at Rhodes University.